Good morning, it's 11 a.m., the 8th day of March 2019. It's a period that politics is going on in Kenyan universities, and Rongo University is not left out. Today in the studio, we have a panel of political analysts who are going to discuss a number of matters. Alright, here is the panel with us, and with my co-presenter over there, I'm Brian Onyango Odhiambo.
And I'm Felix Omoli Ocheng. Thank you very much for joining us. These are one of the best political analysts in Rongo University and also in Kenya, that is in future. But people do say that future is today. So I'll have no reason to deny, to say that these are the political analysts in Kenya. Just next to me, we're going to start with the scholar Evans. And maybe you can try to explain to us why call yourself the scholar Evans.
There is an article.
Yes.
To mean that there is only one on earth. For example, the sun. You cannot have two suns. So in my case, I'm only one. In this generation, I'll remain one. Scholar is somebody who is in search of knowledge, a particular thing, a research. In my life, I keep on searching the reason why I was born, what I should do and how I should be doing. Evans is the name that I was named by my mother. I can't substantiate that.
So that brings the name The Scholar Evans. It's a very good collaboration by the names. And then second, we have got Brown. And as the name suggests, let's hear few things about the name.
Well, the name has not so much to do with politics. It's just a family name. And my full name is Dorcas Brown, political analyst, Rongo University.
Thank you very much. And then we are jumping to Hilario DiCaprio. French indeed. Let's hear more about that. DiCaprio, and then Hilario instead of Hilary.
Yeah. Thank you so much. My real name's from my mother, Ouma Hilary. Yeah. Now, Hilario DiCaprio is just a name of mine. You know, it's nothing to do with anything. Hope you understand. It's not to do with politics or something, but it's a name that I decided to have. You know. Yeah.
Thank you. Last but not least, one of the best that we have, Mr. Gilbert Quach. So let's get more from this Quach name.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Otieno Gilbert Collins is my name. You call me Quach. I feel proud because actually I'm black. I love my blackness. I fight for black people. So I perceive myself to be any of the wildcat family. And you see one thing they treasure so much, they treasure their kids. So to me, my kids are the black people. So we've saying back at our home that you touch a son of a leopard, you face the day.
You're doomed.
You're doomed. So actually, that is why I call myself Quach, and I will also call myself Nyate Quach, which means the young one.
The young one.
The young one. So you touch it,
you're dead.
You're dead.
Action.
Ogada, you want to tell us a little bit about Daisy? Who are you? Personalities, because somehow people say that they match those of Amilo Besagis. So please try to explain us.
Okay, I am Anne Ogada, a lady from Suba. Millicent Millie Odhiambo is my member of parliament, and she's my motivator. She pushes me to do better, not only in politics, but I've learned that a woman should be a go-getter. Don't wait to be pushed off. Don't feel because he's a man he's better off than you. So most people say ladies from Suba are tough-headed. No, I am not. Personally, I am not tough-headed. I just believe in what I want, and I go for it like I want it. Whether politically, financially, emotionally, my everything just has to be how I want it. So Amilo Gesagesa is, she's everything I've always wanted to be.
Wow. Just like I said it earlier, there is more than what meets the eye. Let's find out.
Right, yes, from what you've heard from the political analysts, they have very technical names, actually, meaning that the discussion is going to be hot, just as the names suggest. Actually, the topic they're going to talk about is all about politics. We're going to talk about politics in Rongo University in relation to Kenyan way of politics. And right away, I'll be going to the questions. This will go to all of you. Each and every person will be telling us what you think about the question. The first is that what can you say about the new election system that was introduced in a campus? That is, I think it was a bill that was raised by the majority leader, Edwin Duale, and it was passed and signed by the president in on 16th of December, that is 2016. So what is your take? What can you say about it? I'll begin with the scholar Evans.
Okay, just to share my mind about it. Personally, I support it because since it has been practiced, no kills from any of the universities in this country. So it was a way to reduce post-election violence in the university. But the reality of the matter is, it is not the true reflection of what democracy is. Because if that is the case, why can't we elect our MPs? Then the MPs themselves elect the president. Why did Duale decide to push it to our side and not pushing it to the entire country? Because common students are not exercising their democratic right to elect the engine of the student leadership, which is the executive. So the system, however much, is fruitful because there is no chaos, but we are killing the democracy. Democracy is the election of people by people to the people, for the people also. Now the election is diminishing the rights of common people to do election. If we can find peaceful election without using the Duale bill, we can still go for the manual voting. Those are my comments.
Okay, Scholar, just a concern about that question. You say that it is good because it is bringing peace. So what do we choose? Do we choose peace or do we choose the democratic way to satisfy the comrades or those who are going to elect?
We will go back to the constitution. Our constitution as a country embraces democracy. We want democracy, and the democracy is democracy, whether served in a dirty place. That is why we should go for the manual one and find the means of how we can bring peace. So I don't like the system of election that we're using, the Duale, which is disruptive.
All right, that's from Scholar. Let us hear from our able lady over here, Brad.
Okay, this is my take. We've all been through high school. Some of us have been blessed to be through high school, so our elections are actually there. We choose the head girl, we choose prefects, we choose all that. Then I come to campus, and then you want to curtail my powers by the ballot because you want to curtail some powers somewhere. Let us just be honest. I have a body. You can't tell me my heart is more important than my hand. Or you can't tell me my brain is more important than my leg. I need all the parts to run. Same to the student leadership. When you see this as the executive and see the others are the one below, okay, why should this one's below elect the executive? I think the student leadership, you are a leader, whether young, whether old, whether holding a larger post or a smaller post, you are a leader. So definitely, this system of election isn't really working for me.
Right, that's so God, that is her take and her opinion. Let us hear what Hilary is saying.
Thank you so much. Actually, this is my take in this point. You know, being in a democratic country, as also will agree with me that actually the leadership that we have even in the state, the university is very close. You know, people when we come from this place, immediately we get to the leadership of the state.
So you will realize that when we come here and and we don't exercise these things that we need to realize, we find that we could be doing something wrong. Like for example, the Duale bill of some few to do the election, and then we claim that we are a democratic country. No, I don't think that merits, because actually what we need to do is that we need to have the consent of the people. Yeah. By agreeing that we are democratic, we need to have the consent of each and every person. Each and every person counts in the election of these leaders. So I wish that the consent of each and every comrade should have been asked to give out what they think, or whom they feel should be a good leader. That is through their votes. Yes.
Okay, to just to challenge Hillary, we find that Eden Duale was doing this or raising this bill with an intention that if they do this, if it is passed just the way it was passed, there will be peace if election takes place. So, according to you, should we go back to the popular way of voting that was happening in our campuses, or should we just continue with this? It is peace. We also complain it's a democratic right. Yes, we are in a democratic country. So, according to you, should we go back to that system?
Actually, I would stress on this that we should, because we should go back to that, because you see, after electing a few individuals, then bestowing the right on them to elect for us our leaders. I myself, I may be having a different opinion from what they are going to decide. So you see, they may decide somebody out of any other thing that they will consider appropriate, or they may consider that person have. But they may not consider the agenda, they may not consider the capacity of this person to actually do whatever they want him to do. There's somebody who told us that everything that is practical may not be doable. Yeah. So Eden Duale might have advocated for this, but maybe he did not seek the consent of quite a number of people before he actually passed the bill.
All right. Let's hear what Brown is saying, or telling us about this system of election.
For me, I would want first to agree with those who have already said what. You'd realize that our host here is talking about whether we should go back to the popular way of elections in campus, or we should maintain voting rights. But then the popular way was not just popular, then it was democratic. Our constitution, first chapter, is about democracy. So if we're talking about peace, is what Eden Duale is going for. How about changing the country's way of election, and also focus on peace? Because ever since time immemorial, we've realized that it's always been war for us to maybe get to the right political leaders we want to get to. 2007 was a political war. The previous elections we've had was also political war. So if it's about peace, then let it be peace everywhere, because that is going to sound hypocritical. In the current elections we're having in campus, there's not work for everyone. As a person, I did not get to choose the president candidate I wish for. And that who I have chosen as a delegate may not really express what I as a person would have wanted for a presidential candidate. So it really does not work for everyone.
All right, Brown. Now, this other question goes to Quite. What if the country, Kenya, decides to use an election system that is the same with the current one in our universities? What if the Kenyan government decides to use that in the election? What should happen?
I'll take you back to what colleagues are talking about. Honorable Eden Duale is a typical example of somebody who is using a spade to eat some rice, and perhaps using a spoon to scoop sand. So Duale should get to know that the delegate system, it might work right for the public. You take it, for example, like most of our population. You see, by 1963, we were talking of illiteracy, which was defined under ignorance. They were talking of disease. So Duale should get to know that in our Kenyan system, most of our people are not yet educated. So the delegate system actually is meant to work for people who cannot make right decisions at their level. So these are the people who will be told that we want you to elect the 47 governors, and in turn the 47 governors will elect for you the president. So when Duale brings this to university, one thing that Duale would have known is these are elites. And elites are people who are meant to make decisions out of their mind without any alternation, because they view leadership as something, and in this case political leadership, as very important. To your question, that if this delegate system was introduced to work in the national politics, that is in election of the president, Kenya as a country, we still have a problem, and perhaps you see people investing in getting the delegates. And everywhere you go, I think that will bring about the 6-piece issue. Because you go to Nyanza, everybody will be like, we want delegates who in turn elect our best candidate. You go to Rift Valley, the same case will happen. So taking it to the national government, perhaps that will take us back, because there are some of us, we come from maybe Low Nyanza, some of us come from Central, but we just wish to elect a leader of our own. So it may not work. It's a fault.
Okay, just on that, we find that this kind of system, a similar one, is working in the US. Why not?
I want you to understand that politics has levels, and there is you see, like any other thing, you cannot compare the politics of America with the politics of Kenya. So politics may be something that will take time to mature up. You look at the politics of South Africa currently, I believe South Africa may deploy such a system. So for Kenya, we must take a little bit of time. This after we are prepared, fighting some serious diseases like ethnicity, we will be there. And that is when, you see, when people start viewing political leadership as a trusteeship of resources from the public domain to help the very same people, it will be alright. The system will work.
Alright, Ogada, you have something for that before we go to our break?
We are not even close to South Africa's election, South Africa's development. So we can't go all the way to US. You have to make baby steps. A baby just doesn't walk without crawling. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. You've to our viewers, you've heard very well from our political analyst on the bench right here about the new election system that is being used in our universities today, and what they're talking about. Most of them, or all of them, are against it. They're saying that we have not reached that level, even in a country, in the national politics, we can't use it or we can't employ it because we've not reached that kind of level. Let's have a break, then we'll be back again with people.